For years, I wrote these novels and didn't have a lot of success selling them, which was tricky. But what was perhaps trickiest of all was the only people who were reading them were agents and editors. You know, I'd send them out to the agents or the editors and they would read them and go, They were reading them in a very specific way. Of course, they wanted to like them, but mostly they were assessing them for their marketability, their viability, which is different than how an actual reader reads something. And this became clear to me because eventually I would become the editor of Author Magazine and I would write an essay for the first issue, and I knew there was going to be a readership because it was started with the help of this writing organization which had a big mailing list. And so we would have a readership. And so when I sat down to write my first essay for that magazine, knowing I would have a readership who would read it as a reader reads it, in other words, to be entertained, inspired, delighted for themselves, not thinking about the market and whether other people would like it, just for themselves, I asked myself this question. I said, well, what's the best thing I can give them? What is the greatest gift I could give to a reader? And I realized as I asked myself that question, I was not asking that for a lot of the novels I was writing. Always in my mind was the game of how do I get published, which is not the right kind of thinking. So if you are in the beginning stages of your writing career, or really anywhere, the best picture of the audience is of a willing reader, someone you're going to give a gift to. What is the best gift you can give them? Now, this is a question you want to ask yourself, that you can answer, and that will allow you to write, I believe, the best book, poem, essay, screenplay you could possibly write. That's right. Hey, stay fearless.